Well, hello there, April.
Hello, Monsieur Makidi.
And how are you doing this fine Wednesday?
Je m'appelle Avril.
Ah, so good.
Oui.
Ouais. But speaking of we, um, is this real or fake?
See, this is
Just like the
very
French,
convincing.
is this real or fake?
Hmm. I would like to say it's
Uh-huh.
difficult because a blurred background is there.
Well, I mean, but quite a lot of pictures use a blurred background
They do,
because
but
they
normally I get
focus
a lot of
on the
hints
main
from the
target.
background. Hmm. I think that this is fate.
Fake?
Hmm.
Okay, interesting. You're correct. It is fake. However, it's getting scary.
It is getting very
More and
scary.
more scary. Now,
Hmm.
obviously, I do say it's getting scary because, um, do you like flowers?
I love flowers.
Perfect. Well, don't get scammed by these because people are getting scammed into buying seeds of non-existent cat face flowers.
They're freaking adorable, I can tell you
They
that.
are
But
adorable.
hmm.
They're lies because obviously, well, that looks very fake. That looks a bit more realistic, but it still has two stamen, which
Yeah, they are called stamen, and it doesn't make any sense for the stamen to be black.
yeah, they look fake.
Fake as fuck. But they're so cute.
They are cute. That
Look at
is
the little
very fake.
noses.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that actually has a nose.
Wow.
Ah, yes. Would you like sentient flowers?
If they meowed, I swear to Christ.
Like those are a bit more reasonable that they get fit. That like people would thingy them.
Hmm.
But yeah, $15 to $30 a pack of fake things.
I mean, it's not a massive amount of money, but
True.
considering the way the world is at the minute, being scammed out of anything fucking sucks, and people work hard for
Especially
their
when it's
money.
AI.
So, hmm.
Now we've covered this story before because it was accidentally filled in. Do you remember the Chicago rat hole?
Not 100%, but is it about a hole full of a lot of rats?
No, it's about a hole in the shape of a rat. This is the rat hole.
Oh,
Um,
yes, I remember.
yes, so it was a rat that got thingied into the ground ages ago, and the council of Chicago they accidentally filled it in, but like not with something fast set, like not something fast setting, so they were managed to remove it. However, they're just like, well, no, we're getting rid of it. Even though the community is all about it, they're saying it's technically damaged, so you have to replace it.
So the one thing that I'm concerned about is that people with disabilities and blind people, or people with sight, movement, can trip over that, no matter how big or small it is.
That is true.
So a repair would be, in the best interest of the city. So I understand where they're coming from. What I think might be best is if they took the rat pothole and put it in a gallery somewhere in the city hall, so it's still there.
like a museum or something, just to like
Yeah, completely.
something local. Yeah, I fully agree
Mhm.
with that. Like obviously, they can't do it for health and safety reasons, but yeah, just at least take it out. Like it looks like they're like just putting in brand new slabs anyway, so why not?
Yeah, completely. And I think that's a good compromise to keep it still there as a fun thing for the city, but less of a way that the city could then get fucking sued to high heaven because there's a rat-shaped pothole that they haven't fixed.
Well, April, now I've got a
Hmm.
question for you.
I like questions.
If you wanted to deal with the heir to the Dutch throne, should you be released from prison?
If I wanted to deal with them,
Yes, in
as in,
a assassin-like way.
oh, okay. If I've told you that I would like to assassinate the heir to a throne and I'm still in prison, I should not be released. However, if I'm being released on some like big espionage mission because it's going to save the world, and I need to be released in order to do that to assassinate someone, then that might be more plausible. But
Well, I
I
guess
very
you'd be
much
doing
doubt
it
that
for
that's
a
the case.
retrospective country then. But
Mhm.
the reason I say that is because over in Spain, Spain accidentally releases a drug lord who planned to kill the heir to the Dutch throne.
I'm wondering what Spain and Denmark have against each other for that to be a thing.
Also, as you can see, the lovely Kingpin has skipped town after this mix-up.
I wonder where they've gone.
That's weird. A
Probably.
drug lord has disappeared. How could this have happened? Weirdly enough, he ends up. Oh my god! I hope it's not a Franz Ferdinand situation again.
Fucking World War Three.
Oh no, it's going to happen again. I can see it.
Mackie D, your gut instinct is too good
I
sometimes, so
know, I
please just
know.
don't push that into the
I
universe.
shouldn't. I shouldn't. But
Just stay away from that.
speaking of guns and cars, if someone
Oh,
waved a gun at
GTA
you,
5. Mm-hmm.
what weapon at hand, perhaps something in your kitchen, would you use to sway off the attacker?
It's going to be one of two things. It's going to be a knife or a frying pan, and I hope to Christ it's a frying pan.
In fact, it's neither. It is a tin of spaghetti. Gun shown, spaghetti thrown in Northside road rage incident.
God, whoever wrote that title needs a
They had a
pay
lot of
rise.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so one of them was cut off and they waved a gun at them. They then decided to follow the person, and they're just like, okay, well, what the fuck? And then, as a retort, they threw a tin of spaghetti at them.
Did the other person go away?
They were arrested.
I mean, I'm glad it didn't end up with anyone getting hurt.
Yes,
But
which is good. It was still scary, though, because obviously, they're following them into a suburban neighborhood.
it's terrifying how road rage and just rage in general could go from 0 to 100 in America because of the fact that they have guns.
Oh, Drago has told me to hydrate. I must hydrate. Honestly, I should have put on. I should have put on my green screen. I've not put that on in a while. Thank you, Drago. Me.
Is Draco a Pokemon?
Well, you never know. There could be a Pokemon.
Who is Draco?
The person in chat.
Oh,
Do you think it's this AI person here?
I thought you
Yeah,
had an
this actor is called Drago Tobin. But no, you can actually Drago is a streamer just like myself. They recently did a lovely stream about kind of a smash or pass kind of thing on Pokemon, similar to what me and Lee did on the.
No, it was me and you. It was
Oh, it was me and
Palworld.
you. Yes, me and you on
Yes, it
Pal
was.
World. Yeah.
There was a load of smashes in there. to be
Oh yeah,
honest.
there was surprisingly a lot of smashes. But like the thing with Pal World, like you can easily have your opinion vastly change on whether or not you'd smash it based on the description.
That was
Because
so funny though.
looking at it, you'd be like, okay, I'd smash it, and then it's like, oh yeah, this pal really likes murdering people. I'm just like, yeah, well, maybe not.
Maybe I won't.
Maybe I won't smash it.
Maybe I won't.
Now,
But I still might.
April.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, might continue on Friday. Well, Drago, should you require an extra person there, do let me know. For it is very fun. I only managed to tune in. I really hope that Ramona told you about the audio issue. I tried to message them to be like, hey, only your audio is coming through. Please tell them to fix. But yes. Oh, anyone's invited. Great. Well, I shall put my hat in the ring. That'll probably be my first soiree into VR stream as well.
Here's the
Yes,
thing, though,
yes.
Macadine. Will I be concerned about your smash or pass choices after this?
Well, I mean, I don't think you will be. I mean, why not? Hey, Ash, hope you're doing well.
I'm a
Indeed, strange facts. Now, you just had food, April.
I'm still eating food. I have fish.
Perfect. Well, when you were but a wee child,
Yes.
would you say that food was important?
Yes.
That's strange, because the people of Louisiana don't seem to think so, because Louisiana Republicans love child labour, but really hate lunch breaks. You see, their plan
Oh,
is for child workers to have their lunch breaks revoked.
who sits down and says this out loud and has another person agreeing?
Look, well, you know, they're children. You know, they can have a meal when they're older.
You know, the calorie deficit's going to be absolutely fine because as soon as they work off past 1,300,
Exactly.
they'll pass out anyway. So,
Exactly. It's like how you do a sprint and then, you know, your lungs have to get the oxygen debt back, just like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have no idea what this logic is. I wish Jackie was here, so I could be like, why American do? Why American do?
Why you do this? America
But yes,
explain.
Jackie may join us for Weird News, and anyone is more than welcome to join us for Weird News should they desire. But it was nice
Ooh.
to have an American perspective.
I can imagine it would be because us Brits were used to two things. We're used to shit politics and damp.
Oh,
So
that is very true.
all things in America, they can be quite exciting.
That is true. Hey, see? Lanky gets it. That's exactly what I said. They have adulthood to eat.
Oh.
Plenty of time. As everyone knows, as soon as you reach 18, you're allowed to eat.
Ah, that's what I've been doing
that's the
wrong.
legal age you're allowed
Right.
to eat in America.
Hey,
You know, too long these kids have been getting off easy.
no wonder I was so skinny back then. Explains everything.
Well, obviously when you're older, maybe you'll travel across the seas. And,
Oh,
you
that'll
know,
be fun.
what if you wanted to call someone back home?
I would call someone back home using my mobile telephone.
A wise choice. Well, one Florida man did that, and you see, this Florida man has a trip overseas and gets a lovely bill from T-Mobile for 143,000 US dollars.
Does he leave his roaming data on? 9.5 gigabytes, that's all he used.
Mhm.
And it cost him that much.
Yes,
Dude.
like it was all roaming data.
I bet you they won't let him out of that contract either. Cause
No, but like he travels a lot, and like he always tells T-Mobile like he goes away, and he did tell them, but like they still decided to go. Well, no, this is still the policy. Bit of a dick
if he's
move.
told them, then fucking T-Mobile or shit.
Now, let's go to pieces of shit. Now, obviously, we mentioned children before.
This segue is going a bit weird, but I'll go with it, okay?
Now, have you heard of arranged marriages?
I have indeed, yes.
Now, obviously, what if you couldn't find... If you couldn't get an arrangement yourself, what if you were to make one?
As in force one, or
Kind of, yeah, because you see, this woman kidnaps an 11-year-old girl to raise as the perfect wife for her son. Her son,
That
by the
is-
way, is 27.
that is fucking psychotic.
Yes, it is.
Dude.
It's very fucking old school. I didn't realize we were in the bloody warring states.
She needs to get psychiatric help. How? Oh, I've got so many questions.
They waited until they were home alone. How they did that, I don't want to find out.
So, what I want to know
Yes.
is number one, how long did the poor 11-year-old girl stay with her until the police were called.
Let's have a look.
4 days later.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
I'm glad
but
it wasn't a long
weirdly
period
enough,
of
she
time.
asked the father of the daughter, hey, can we do this proposal thing? And he went, no. He's 27. My daughter's 11. The fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, that only made her go with the backup plan.
Like, how obvious can you be, though, if you want to kidnap someone to then go to the person that you just asked, can I legally kidnap your daughter, to then doing it anyway? So, the 4 days makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. It's like,
Look how
oh,
fast she was born.
did she have anyone who, I don't know, would consider kidnapping an 11-year-old? Yes, in fact, weirdly enough, now that you asked.
I have just the story for you, police officer.
Oh, fuck's sake, honestly.
Nelly Furtado.
Now,
I hope that little 11-year-old is not permanently scarred by this. Bless her cottons.
oh no, here's hoping. Now, April, what is the
Yes.
best tool for shish kebab?
Oh, to make them, your hands, and then you need a kebab skewer.
A kebab skewer. Well, what would you use instead of a kebab skewer? Well, a traditional kebab skewer.
Maybe a chopstick. You can use a twig if you're really pushing it. Or
You're
a
not thinking
fork,
weird enough,
maybe.
April.
I'm clearly not, because I'm struggling to find out what's better than a chopstick or a kebab skewer.
Well, what if I said it was something from the time of samurai?
Someone's made it on a sword.
On a katana, yes, because this man was arrested for using a shopping cart to grill and a sword as a skewer.
I mean, so long as he's not using the sword in other ways.
Well, he
I
still
don't
got
necessarily
arrested
mind
since
that
he
he's-
was technically wielding a weapon in public, even though he was
can
using
fully
it as a
understand
shish
that.
kebab skewer.
Yes, but that sounds delicious, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
Look at the amount of meat.
it's just literally an old like shopping trolley that he's turned into a mobile barbecue, and he's using his katana as a
The two
fucking.
things every homeless person has.
Well, I don't
Fucking
even
hell.
think he was homeless.
Oh, was he just?
He was just a dude.
cooking up. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even
Weird.
believe he was homeless. He initially
mean-
ran from the officers.
With his kebab meat skewer.
Yes, which is not really the best thing. Like, I
No.
know I've heard the term "don't run with scissors," but I don't think anyone's had the phrase "don't run with katana." But maybe
Don't
they
run
should.
with katana covered in meat.
Oh my god.
That story's just lightened the mood. This is very good.
Well, I mean, prepare to get the mood soured again.
Oh God.
I know. April, as a woman,
Oh, I have the ramen things. Yes.
now, would you like food delivered to you? You know,
I get it delivered all the time.
like you having your food delivered to my house that one time. And then I had to go, no,
Dude.
I'm not April.
Oh. Stop embarrassing me in front of the internet.
It's fine. We've all done it.
I don't think anybody has. Anyway.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
true. You would have
I
learned
do
it if
like
you didn't take
food.
lunch break. Well, what if you had I don't know. I guess it's harassment. It is harassment, but like if he paid for them, I'd be fine with it.
Hold up.
So the reason I say this is because man pranks ex-girlfriend by sending over 50 food orders to her door.
Dude. Well, no, because if it's the case that he's paid for them, then that's, free food for her. But if it's the case that she
Oh
has to
no,
pay
it was
for
cash
them,
on delivery. Yeah,
oh,
under
dude,
various fake names. Yeah, he's an asshole.
what a prick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look
I
at
would
them
have
all
to decline
outside.
them. Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
fucking god.
I would have to decline after the third Chinese meal, and be like, "No, I've had enough food."
And none of the restaurants
I
bothered
would go
filing the
broke.
complaint with the police, so no one's even looking for the person.
Oh, that's stupid though, because that's just it's a waste of petrol and food and goodness knows what
Yeah,
else.
also, it wouldn't be hard to find him.
No, because he's
It
made
would
an
be
order.
the ex-boyfriend.
hmm
Who would send this food to you? I don't know. Probably some psycho I dated.
Yeah.
Oh God. But here's an unfortunate difference, because there is a young woman who called her boyfriend up to 100 times a day, and she has been diagnosed with love brain.
I mean, I haven't heard of this before,
It is a
and if
very
it's a
rare
new
mental
kind of
disorder.
diagnosis, I hope that she can get assistance for that because in any other circumstance, that could have turned into her being a stalker,
Yeah.
and that could have led to jail time if it wasn't understood to be an actual diagnosis she could have. So I'm glad that she was able to get diagnosed with something to prevent that, but still, a
Well,
poor
so
boyfriend must be so tired of it, bless him.
well, yeah. Well, they thought it was like they were like the fuck, and it seems that like most people who would be diagnosed with it are people who have not had very healthy relationships with their parents growing up. No, yeah, no surprise. The story went viral, and yeah, loads of people are saying it sounds absolutely horrible, which it does. I mean, like, not only for her, who feels like the person is ignoring her, and the guy who thinks, probably the fuck.
Yeah, that it feels like he's being stalked. It's not nice all round for anyone. I'm wondering if there is some sort of therapy or medication that could assist her, and
I
if
mean,
she wants to go down that route for herself, because unfortunately, I don't think that's a healthy relationship for the boyfriend to be in, which sounds
no.
not very nice at all. But from his perspective, he's also got to look after his own mental health, you know?
Yeah, it's rough. I do feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them both. Because,
Yeah, for sure.
it, like, they probably, like, because they were in a relationship, so clearly they liked each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's just unfortunate.
Hmm.
But yes, now,
I've never heard of that condition before. You've opened my mind and expanded my knowledge.
what can I say? I bring both science and madness.
You do. You
I
very
bring
much
both
do.
science and madness to the forefront of news. Now, dentists.
Yes.
What part of the body do they operate on?
Um, I will be. Well, you can have a dentist that works on teeth and gums. You can
Okay.
have an ear, nose, and throat doctor that deals with the soft tissues of the palates, the tongue, and the lips. But if we're
Uh-huh.
specifically talking about dentists, they deal with teeth, and jawbone and general mouth health.
That doesn't sound like this dentist, because you need to think more lobotomy. Because man is lucky to be alive after
What?
dentist pushes implant screw into his
What?
brain cavity.
Holy shit, dude! Like, dude, man,
Yeah,
this
an
is why you shouldn't go
overzealous
abroad for
dentist.
turkey teeth.
Like, I love how it's like
Like,
an overzealous dentist. That travelled fucking far for a
yeah, it
zealous,
did.
overzealous dentist.
Surely after you've lost sight of the screw, you think, fuck, maybe I should take it back out again. You've got your assistants there, as it states in here, but you've got to seriously be shit on your anatomy not to understand how far those screws need to be in. And if he's any dentist, he's going to have been around thousands of jaws and thousands of bones, so he would know whether that has really pissed me off.
Yeah, you just
Then,
you must have
like,
just thought his
it's
teeth
not
started
excusable.
way back in his skull.
No.
It's not good. It's not good at all.
I hope that the dentist gets either his
He'll
certificate to
have to get his
practice
license
removed.
removed. He'll have to
That's
get
what
his
I'm
license
thinking.
removed. If he
And
doesn't,
then,
I'd be amazed. Because
yeah,
like,
exactly. And
if
then
it
for
was
him to
like,
pay damages as well.
like maybe it was a struggle. If it's done manually by hand and like it's an older position, and like it's pushed in a little bit further, you fucked up. You'll pay damages, but it's not like life threatening. That's like
This is life threatening.
that is like three. You could stack three of them before it reached his mouth.
Completely.
It's
That's not on.
ridiculous.
I hope the dude makes a full recovery, and I hope he
Yeah,
hasn't
same.
had lasting brain damage from
Well,
it. Because fuck.
he's lucky to be alive. It was that close to lobotomizing him.
Wow.
Now, speaking of food and mouths, have you heard of the food chain? I believe it's more of an American thing. I don't think there's any here. Red Lobster.
Yes, I have indeed.
Now, would you like to know what they have an unlimited supply of?
Breadsticks.
That would be a good
No,
guess.
shrimp? No,
Yes.
Olive Garden has
Yes.
but Olive Garden has breadsticks. This place had shrimp, and I
Yes, you're
remember
correct.
reading this because seafood is expensive.
Yeah. Red Lobster is filing for bankruptcy after blaming its 11 million US dollar loss on its endless shrimp promotion.
I can comfortably say that if it's 11 million, it won't just be from shrimp.
Also,
It'll
if
probably
you
be
figured
from
out
like
it was shrimp, do you not think you would have probably stopped at 1 million, maybe 5?
yeah,
Like, at what point do you realize, oh, the shrimp is a fucking detriment? Maybe we
yeah,
should stop.
exactly. And then paying attention to where the actual money's going, because they're saying there that the cash flows have been hit by expensive leases and high labor costs. I very much doubt that Red Lobster falls in line with any sort of, you know, regulatory requirement of minimum wage in any locations for
Well,
its waitress staff.
well, you say high
And
labor
normally,
costs. Well, if they were lived in Tennessee, they could get children workers and they wouldn't have to feed them.
there you go. So the shrimp's not an issue anymore.
Exactly. At least only the
Wow,
patrons would be having shrimp.
Mackie D, you should go into business.
See, this I understand the. Is it the Bible Belt states? The red states? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
One of the states. Now, back to AI. Because
Oh,
a Chinese software engineer demonstrates the power of AI deepfake technology.
have you watched this video, Mackie D?
I have. It is
Isn't
here.
it fucking insane?
It is absolutely insane. He's just like, yep, just yeah, as you do, just moving around. Like he was saying that yes, the eyeball movement's not fully perfect, but it's scary how real it is. Like just watching
When
him
he
pinch
starts,
his cheeks.
yeah,
It's just like, yep,
uh-huh.
I can easily just be XYZ.
Yeah.
It still does look a little fake, but you can do a lot with it, and that is a scary thing.
If you had a lower resolution camera or a lower definition stream, you could
Yeah.
quite happily get away with that being authentic enough for people to donate money to, for people to think it's real. So I just want to, any watchers of this stream at the minute, be very careful with your future data and your image. Only because the world is turning into a very interesting place, and I don't want to see any nice people like yourselves hurt from it.
I mean, there's a very good chance I'll probably cover some of the stories on Weird News for the simple
You will
reason
indeed.
that like most people wouldn't really cover them. They're just like
No.
for some people they're just throwaway articles because it's not like the big bucks and it brings in the audience. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like speaking of technology, there is an AI startup that is pitching a paintball-armed AI-powered home security camera.
I would modify that to fire bullets.
What? You would modify that? Why would you modify that to solve it?
Because it would be funny as fuck to be like, get off my lawn.
You would just want Alexa to go ape shit. You're making a
Paintballs.
mobile fortress.
Yeah. Paintball is a great idea though, because they hurt.
Oh well,
even rubber bullets.
yeah. Well, they
good
hurt,
enough
but they won't
damage.
kill you. But let's go back to something. Since you want something with bullets, hold on. Have I got the next story for you? Because
Oh,
you
shit.
can now buy your very own flamethrower robot dog.
Oh,
That looks
I'm gonna
heavy
pair
metal as
those two.
shit.
It does. I'm gonna pair those two together, and I swear to Christ, my house is gonna be the most well-defended place in all of Bladen.
So, would you like the Therminator?
I would indeed love the Terminator. Yes,
It is
that's
unfortunately yours for $9,420 US.
worth it. That is worth the deposit of a house to have a robot dog with a flamethrower on his back. Maggie, you do not know how my brain works.
Well, as you
It
can
is
see, it
beautiful.
features Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity.
Ooh,
Obviously, it can be controlled through your smartphone. So as is tradition, Bluetooth, the optimal technology for
I was just
robot
about to say,
flamethrower dogs.
can you imagine Bluetoothing your Spotify playlist to that
Jesus.
and it walking around being like, It's just fucking flamethrowing
Yeah.
everything. I am a lovely, calm, beautiful person, but then as soon as the hint of violence comes in, where it's like robot shit, I'm like fucking let's burn everything and kill everyone.
Well, how well then? Speaking of beautiful people, do you know Anne Hathaway?
She is very beautiful. I agree. Yes, I do know her.
Well, The Guardian ran an article
Uh-huh.
because they don't understand the internet.
Okay.
Now, we don't do sports, but do you
No.
know the nickname for Arsenal fans?
Uh, no, because I don't want to offend Arsenal fans
Right. Now,
by
let
saying
me just
arseface.
say, she's an Arsenal fan.
Okay.
And it came out in an interview because she was like, her co star went, hey, they just scored a goal. And she's like, oh, fuck yeah. It's like, oh, so you
Nice.
like Arsenal? Like, yeah. Well, The Guardian ran this. Anne Hathaway is a secret gooner, and
Oh.
now her reinvention is complete.
Oh.
Yeah, you see, they're called
Oh.
gooners.
Right.
Obviously, the internet
They
has
don't.
changed it.
The youth have taken over this one.
Yes, they had to pull the article.
Yeah. Yeah, they would.
It's just like Anne Hathaway talks about her love of Arsenal Football Club instead of Anne Hathaway is a secret gooner.
Like, to be perfectly honest, if that article was about me and the Guardian turned around and said I was a secret gooner, I would fucking find it the most hilarious thing ever and repost it myself.
Yeah,
But
it would be
if
super
you,
funny.
it would be really fucking funny. But I think that would be rather uncouth for a lady like Anne Hathaway, so I can understand why she might be a little bit peeved on that one. Fucking gooner.
Thank you
Jesus
for going
Christ.
with public with this, Anne. No one will hide to have their gooning in shame. Oh god,
Uh,
it's so fucking funny.
that's
Like,
brilliant.
just having any person in modern journalism know what the internet is. Just please, it just But then you wouldn't get
Just
stories like this.
no, you wouldn't. Just it really kind of astounds us that nothing is kind of proofread
Oh
to the
no,
point of
no!
double checking word meanings.
That's the thing with main stories. They just kind of try and get them out there as quick as possible.
I suppose so.
Now, do you think you'll look amazing at the 60?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna look amazing at 60. I look amazing now.
Of course you do. But this woman, 60-year-old woman, qualifies for Miss
Holy
Argentina
shit.
contest due to shockingly youthful looks.
Dude looks like she's in her 30s. Well done, her.
Yeah, she's doing well.
Yeah. And I'm really glad that she's won because not only obviously does she look really youthful, but she's just genuinely gorgeous to start with.
Yeah.
She's got lovely colour hair.
Now, can you tell me what's happening in North Korea? And it has to do with Netflix and Amazon.
Oh, I'm guessing that Netflix and
And an Amazon.
Yes. I'm guessing they're having disputes over licensing. That's the only
No.
logical thing I can come to.
No, they're actually licensing North Korea because sketches or documents found in a North Korean server suggest that US studios have unknowingly outsourced their animation work, such as Invincible, which is an astounding show.
Oh, I love Invincible.
Yeah,
Have I
Inu,
told-
Inner Child Warrior, forthcoming
Oh,
thing for HBO Max. But yeah,
I'm
it
surprised
seems
that
it seems
North
that
Korea
it's been
has.
found out that North Korea has is working for Amazon and Netflix and HBO.
Well, three things for that. Number one, I'm surprised that they have the allowance for their citizens to animate Western media. Number two, I don't think any of those companies would want to support any kind of labor
Yes.
associated with North Korea if they're not getting paid or fed or anything.
You see
properly.
that's why it says they may have unknowingly outsourced it.
Yes.
Because
And number
obviously,
three,
even CNN can't, throw shade and say for a certainty that this is what the companies are doing. And sure as shit, the companies won't admit if it was them that were doing it.
True, but then it always makes me kind of think that this comes about through not only hiring third parties that are not involved with your main studios to do work, but how common it is for third parties to outsource things to other companies and still make a profit. But then you've got to think of, if I was a large company, I wouldn't want any of this type of news to come out.
Mm.
So I would be on every transaction, every kind of thing that any subsidiary companies, any outsourced companies would be doing with my media. And I'm surprised that isn't the case with such big companies.
Well, it's one of
those
those things, though, because it's all about cost effectiveness. You know, that's the thing with capitalism.
Money.
Yep. Now,
So when you break it all down to like the one word that magically makes everyone understand the story, like my ramblings on about how this can be missed just get thrown out the window.
all money.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of money, and I see your picture is a lovely Doge, just like my
It
Doge.
is indeed. Yes, yes.
Now, would you like to live as a dog?
All day, every day.
Well, you see, this person, a man who likes living as a dog, unveils his new hyper-realistic canine costume. So,
Dude.
I think we covered this person before, and
We
now
did.
it's even more wild. From it, obviously, close up, it's a bit so-so, especially from the side. But seeing it come at you, yeah, he's a fluffy boy.
The fact that I was taken aback at that not being real shows how good that suit is. But not only
I
that,
was tempted to put it as the real or fake thing. I was very
Yeah.
tempted.
if you scroll down, that side profile where it's hiding the fact that his back legs are bent
Mm.
is phenomenally good.
It's just all
It's-
floof.
Yeah, it looks just like dog's legs, which is crazy.
Even the close-up
that
is
dude-
relatively good.
It really is, and whoever made it needs to be patted on the back because they're a very skilled artist.
Yeah,
But this dude takes his passion very far.
oh yeah, like I mean, he's not hurting anyone. Like it's one of those
He's
things.
not.
Like if they enjoy it and it doesn't hurt anyone, do it.
Leave them be.
Yeah,
Yes.
let them have that. Let them do what they want. 2 million yen, so it was $15,000 US. Yeah,
Not
it's a
realistically
collie
how
costume
it's-
from a thing, something called Zapet, a company that specializes in uber realistic dog costumes.
For $15,000, to me, that's looked like it's money well spent because it's a phenomenally good suit.
Mm.
Wow.
It looks. I would like to cuddle it. It looks very fluffy.
Yeah.
Now, where do cats like to hide?
In cardboard boxes.
That is exactly what I was looking for. Now, if you had a
Hey.
cat and you were shipping something overseas in a cardboard box,
Overseas.
well, do you think you would check
Yes.
where your cat was before you closed the lid?
Oh, is
And
the
then
kitty
for
okay?
somehow then took it to the post office,
Oh,
not
no.
hearing anything. And we're just like, yeah, it's good. See, a
Wow.
Utah couple
Dude, that cat looks
shipped
fucked
their
up.
cat with an Amazon return. A week and 3 miracles later, they were on a plane to meet a stranger.
That cat looks proper fucked up by the experience. His eyes
That-
are pointing in two different directions.
That cat has seen some shit. Or couldn't
God.
because it was enclosed in a fucking box for a week.
Oh, holy shit. Who the fuck, right? Who in their right minds cannot see a cat in a box when it is white and ginger?
Also, a
What was
3
the-
foot by 3 foot box, that's not a lot. That's not a look to have a quick cursory glance to see if your fucking cat is in the box.
Dude, what was in the box that they were trying to ship?
Oh, God. Uh,
What?
I guess it's
What?
not saying.
What?
I mean, it's probably smart because technically, if they were saying, "Oh, we're returning," a dildo or something, they might not be very happy with finding out what they personally bought.
Yes.
I love how it's like,
Um,
she loves boxes. No fucking shit. If you knew that, maybe check the fucking box. And the family
Oh.
loved her. So much so, they
They
didn't realize
stole
she
her.
was in a goddamn fucking box.
I wonder how long it took for them to realize that the cat wasn't there.
I mean, it would at least take, like, worst case scenario, 24 hours. Might have shipped the wrong cat. That's very true. Imagine if you'd shipped the wrong cat. Oh, I was meant to ship a gerbil. Like, at least a day, maybe, because cat, like, if it's an outdoor cat, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's excusable. That's fine.
Like, because sometimes
But-
cats like to piss off and then eventually come back.
Yeah, so like a day, that's fine. But if it's the case that your indoor cat has went missing from multiple hours,
Yeah,
you'd
it's
be like,
kind
okay,
of an
where's
issue.
the cat?
But as
And
you
then
can
I get-
see, the cat was loved. So much so, it was shipped. Not
It
only,
was
like,
shipped back to them.
I don't know, it felt much worse that it was a return. I don't know why it feels much worse. I know they didn't return the cat to Amazon, but like it just sounds worse that it's a return.
I don't think that cat would have survived if it didn't go to someone's home. I think it might have perished if it went to a warehouse because those things can sit in those piles for days.
Now, April, do you know the
Yes.
the thing? It's like vitiligo, something like that.
Oh, where your skin changes color?
Yes,
Vitiligo, yes.
vitiligo. That's it. I wanted to say vertigo, and I'm like, it's not vertigo.
That's when you
Now,
got
did
to
you
get
know
dizzy.
animals could get it?
I know that they can have melanin disorders, which means that they can be leucistic or hyperpigmented. I never realized that they could be affected by
Vitiligo.
vitiligo, though. So that's very
Well-
interesting.
This dog turns completely white 2 years after being diagnosed with it.
Wow. See, normally what would happen is in this instance, it would just be an overproduction of whatever
Yeah.
hormone is turning the dog to turn grey in its old age. But if it's the whole body of the dog, then that's probably the best kind of diagnosis you could come up with because dogs normally don't fully change colour like that.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's served as a president. Like, you know how, or a prime minister, you know, when they age and they come out, like, they have normal hair, and then they come out and they look 1,000 years older.
Very much so.
Now, this next one is an animal story, but also food. What do you think of eating
Is it-
rat?
That's fine. I mean, any animal is fair game for food if you have brought it up correctly with good husbandry and the killing is not stressful for the animal. It's
Well,
no different to eating any other animal, in my
you
opinion.
see, this Mexican food stall has been selling rat broth for over half a century.
If it's been over half a century, then that means that it's selling good rat broth.
Yeah,
So it's clearly got good business. That does look like a delicious soup, to be honest.
I mean, you
know.
get a whole field rat for $5.80.
Well, there you go. That's good value for money as well.
But speaking of value for money, would you like, you know, have you ever heard the phrase, you can't take it with you?
Very much so.
But although you can't take it with you, you can put it into something, so you can get your money's worth out of the thing that is taking it with you. Because this thing is a $29,000 casket on wheels that is completely street legal.
Fuck yeah.
This is inspired by a coffin car. It is a fiberglass casket bodywork. It's not a functional casket. It has a driving seat and everything. It is literally fully legal.
It's a shame that it's not a working casket because I would love to have someone drive me around.
Well, I mean, I guess it could.
Um,
I guess it could be if you drive off a cliff.
True. But I think that that's very cool that someone's able to build that and make it road legal. That's
Yeah.
sweet.
1928
as fuck.
casket car.
At the end of the day, I feel like if it was something that I could die and be put to rest in and someone drove me around, That would probably be like the coolest fucking story for my grandkids ever in existence. Oh yeah, you can go see Grandma. She's outside where on the fucking
she's
on
on
the
the
porch.
speedway.
Yeah, exactly. She's on the 95.
She's still doing she's still turning left in the NASCAR. Highway to Hell. Yes, it does give Highway to Hell a new meaning. Now, speaking of driving games, there's a game called The Crew that Ubisoft made.
Yes.
Now, Ubisoft has been a bit of a shit show lately, to be fair.
To be putting politely, yes.
And The Crew is an old game, but people really like it. Like, some people really like it. It's one of their favorites, so, you know, whatever. But they have taken off their official servers, and some of the fans were like, hey, well, maybe we can make our own servers just for fun, you know?
Yeah.
So what do you think Ubisoft have done?
They haven't fucking sued them, have they? Because if that's the case,
it's
then...
worse.
Cease and desist?
No. Ubisoft is stripping people of their game licenses. So,
What?
literally, you know how you would download the game?
Yeah.
It is physically impossible to download it or even play it. They are literally stripping people's licenses, saying they do not own this game anymore because their servers are gone. Fuck you.
Wow.
Yeah, it really shows how volatile digital ownership is, because you technically don't own it. But like, unlike, you know, physical media where they couldn't really come to your house and go, "Hey, can I have my disc back?" You just tell them to fuck off. Yeah,
Wow.
Ubisoft are literally just stripping people of licenses for The Crew. I feel sorry. Like, someone I know, like, really likes racing games. I hope, like, this wasn't one of their favorites.
Holy crap, man. That's just... It's insulting.
Yeah, literally.
You're
weeks.
taking your fans' passion and
Yeah.
you're going, fuck no, that doesn't gel with the fact that we want to make money off this.
Yeah, not
When
even...
really what they could do is they could just be like, if you want to join these servers, you can do so for £2 a month and we'll keep them open for you.
But even letting them, you know, do it themselves just for fun, or even just playing the game, just driving around for shits and giggles.
Fuck yeah.
Like that's not possible now because they've just taken the game from you.
That's just insulting, man. It's so insulting.
It's bad. It's not great. It's not great.
If you're the big enough fans to want to make your own servers to keep the fun going in that game, you've got one of two options. You can go the really cool route and let people play the fucking game that they've purchased, or you can like do this and completely lose all fans that you've ever had.
Yeah. I mean, Ubisoft...
And instead just create a community that won't buy your games anymore.
Like, Ubisoft really doesn't need more of a shit show. Their Skull and Bone game, like, even CD Projekt Red is taking the piss out of them, calling Skull and Bone a quadruple A game. And they say, oh, well, don't worry, we're going to make a 5-tuple triple A, like a 5 times A game. They're just taking the piss because it's a complete shit show. Like, wow. Ubisoft has no idea what it's doing anymore, and they're really starting to alienate anyone who had any faith in them. I feel sorry for the people who do give a shit about Ubisoft and the people who like the games that they make.
Yeah, and also the people who work for Ubisoft that don't have any say in this kind of micromanagement of your life.
Yeah.
But who have a job and soon won't have a job. Because if Ubisoft keep going like this, no one will buy their fucking games.
Yeah. Well, let's go to an old PlayStation 1 controller. This is an official PlayStation 1 controller, by the way. It's just extremely rare.
Oh, shit.
So, this controller, a modder has turned a rare PlayStation 1 controller into a functioning handheld PlayStation. So, this is an official controller. It's just extremely rare. Obviously, it didn't have the screen in the center.
What was the screen in the center? A microphone?
It was just literally it was a roulette wheel. That was it.
Oh.
So what it was for the Japanese game of life.
Okay.
So in the center was a roulette wheel, so you could spin it to see what you landed on.
Nice.
And instead they've just turned it into a little portable game.
That's sweet as tits. I'm not gonna lie. That looks so cool.
It's really
That
cool.
tiny screen is really sweet.
I'd never even seen this controller before. I didn't even know
No,
it was
this
like a
is
real controller, but like, I mean, it was only for the Game of Life in Japan. It was literally only made for that game.
dude. Like seeing something I've never seen before is always like a treat.
Oh yeah.
Always fun.
Now, do you remember how Elon Musk is doing Neuralink?
Oh yes.
Well,
Now,
one
don't get me
person,
wrong. Yeah, one person's had it installed, haven't they?
yes, and first human to receive Neuralink implant says it lets him play Civ 6.
Apparently, he's really enjoying
Yeah, he's really enjoying it.
the
As
the.
long as he's enjoying it and it's not an effect to his health, that's the main thing. Because he is a
Like,
quadriplegic, and he is able to play Civ 6. So good for him. I'm glad.
if it unlocks like his ability to
Yeah,
feel
if it allows
more
accessibility.
human, accessibility, like him placing orders online for himself or whatever the fuck he needs to do, play games, have fun, do stuff he's not able to do because of his disability. Awesome. But
Mm,
it still freaks us the fuck out
it
that
does, yeah. Yeah. I'm
of
gonna.
all people, Elon Musk is involved in that. And the thing is, though, I can't really shit on him if it's worked for someone and it's
Yeah,
working well and that person's enjoying it, because then clearly Elon Musk has put his money in the right place and allowed someone a better life because of this. So I hope it still goes well for him and he doesn't have any issues with it, because sweet, if
yeah.
so.
Well, April, do you like fighting games?
I do indeed, yes.
Now, would you like co-op games?
Co-op fighting games, I do indeed, yes.
Which do you prefer, co-op or solo?
I prefer co-op because I feel like once you get into a groove with a fighter, you can do some really cool fucking damage, and
I
it's a little bit more fun to play against someone else than AI. But
Interesting.
solo's still fun.
Are you sure that the reason you like co-op isn't because, as Tekken producer says, younger players prefer team games because they can blame others for losing?
My fragile ego will only let me blame others. I mean,
Also, some other news from Tekken 8. The god of Tekken said he doesn't like it. Like, one of the best players in Tekken, or the best player. They call him the
that
god of
would
Tekken.
be
He's like, I don't enjoy it.
that would be a real bad hit
It's a big
to
kick.
your
It's a big
yeah,
kick.
to your franchise if a big player said no. But I don't really know what to say in regards to this because it's just coming across. Excuse me, it's just
Bless
coming
you.
across the Tekken producers a bit of a prick.
Well, speaking of franchises,
Speaking of pricks,
speaking of prick, as well, speaking of franchises, I like Transformers. Do you like Transformers?
I really enjoyed some of the movies because the way that the Transformers transform is fucking sick.
I love the animations. Honestly, the animation of Transformers, I really liked it. The
Oh
ones from
hell
the
yeah, the
80s.
animation's great. Yeah, yeah.
Now, to end weird news this week,
Okay.
I thought we'd look at crossovers that the Transformers have done, and I don't think you understand how batshit insane the crossovers for Transformers are.
Well, technically, Fallout, My Little Pony, and Transformers are all in the same universe
Yes,
because they will be Magic the Gathering
yes, they
cards.
are. Yeah.
So holy fucking
But
shit! The
I mean,
Transformers
technically
have
they're in
had the
they're in a different universe, but they're in what's it? They're in a different plane, but in the same cognizant universe.
yes multiverse.
Now, let's start with something light. Just to give you an example, I'll also say that the Transformers teamed up to fight Cthulhu, who was a Transformer.
Cthulhu's a Transformer.
Yep.
Holy
But
shit!
let's start with one, and then we'll see if you can give us a rough idea of a possible possible other crossover. You see, the Transformers teamed up with the shaving mascot.
If that suddenly transformed from a razor into something else, I'd be terrified. If
As you
that's
can
going
see,
next to my
this is
face.
the Hydroblade.
It looks cool
Hydrobot.
though.
Yeah.
So they've made a comic,
Yes, these are all comics. The comics are just absolutely insane.
and
Um,
they've made him an honorary Autobot.
yes. Also, as you can
Wow.
see, he is not the size of a razor. He is the size of a human. He just has
No, I
a
would not want
face.
him next to my
He has
face.
just got a face of razor blades.
Wow.
Yeah. So under that idea, and me telling you that Cthulhu is a transformer, who do you think they teamed up with? Just any kind
Okay.
of major franchise. What do you think? Pick anything.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the Care Bears.
Honestly, not far off with one of them. Let's go through them, shall we?
Yes.
Terminator.
Sweet.
Yes.
Okay.
They just teamed up with Terminator.
That's epic. I like that.
Yeah. 4 issues of Terminator in 2020.
Yeah, that's
Dark
cool.
as shit. Okay,
Yeah.
you know, pretty dark. Wouldn't think Terminator. Back to the Future.
Nice. Okay, I'm down for this too.
The DeLorean is a transformer.
That's cool. I like that idea.
Okay, Back to the Future. You know, still, that's about cars. You know,
Yeah.
Transformers. Terminator, about robots. Robots and
Yeah.
cars. Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Okay, now we're taking things in a different direction.
Are you
But the
suggesting that?
Ghostbusters also have a car.
Yes, they did, and that's also a transformer. But as you can see, Starscream over there is a ghost.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
I don't see what the issue is. What's wrong?
It's very goofy.
Okay. Well, how about the Avengers?
I mean, yeah, I can understand. Like
Wolverine,
the Avengers,
Captain America.
yeah.
It's time to roll out.
Yeah. I can understand why they'd put anyone. G.I. Joe, sweet.
Surprisingly, they've teamed up a lot with GI Joe. As you can see, just look at the releases. They because they're both Hasbro. They've teamed up with them so much, a
Cool.
ridiculous amount. Then we've got Star Trek.
Wow, not something I would have put forth, but
I mean,
sweet.
technically
Okay,
they are
I'm
they are
taking it.
aliens,
True, yeah, true.
and you know, they do land on Earth, and Star Trek is in the same universe as Planet Earth.
There we go.
So logically, it would work. Also, the Enterprise is a transformer.
That would have been one big fucking transformer.
It was.
Fucking hell.
Yes, of
Mars
course.
Attacks.
Mars Attacks. Remember those things from like early 2000s?
Wow.
The ack.
Dude.
The ack aliens with like Pierce Brosnan.
Wow.
Yep. They're there for some reason.
Okay, yeah,
The X-Files.
X-Files, fuck off, man.
Yes,
No way.
there is straight up for some reason
Dude.
an issue where the lone gunmen team up with Optimus Prime.
Holy fucking shit.
I mean, I
the
guess...
lone gunman.
Yeah, the Lone Gunman. By the way, there's a season of the X-Files called The Lone Gunman. It's a spin-off.
Yeah.
It revolves around the 3 people. It's a good spin-off. Like, it's
Yeah.
pretty fun. Like, also the X-Files teamed up with like cops or something. Like, so they were literally in like a live action cop drama, which is very weird. But yeah, when I think of the X-Files, I guess technically they're aliens, so maybe.
I mean,
But it's
I can
clearly there was
suspend
only
my
there was only-
disbelief.
There's only one issue, so clearly it didn't do very well.
I can suspend my disbelief only so far, Mahidi, before my belief comes back in on itself and
Look,
starts questioning
Like I
things.
said, the Transformers is a fucking wild ride when it comes to crossovers. We've got
Can you imagine
2
if this
left
was made
though.
into a live-action movie?
Oh, we've got 2 left.
Oh no.
Maybe these will
Okay.
all be movies. Angry Birds.
Oh, what on earth is going on?
As you can see, the Angry Birds are also Transformers.
Dude, people need to stop.
Well,
Stop coming up with ideas.
Well, hold on. To end it, how about My Little Pony?
Oh, I
Friendship
was so
in
close with Care
disguise.
Bear, yes. Oh, I should have said My Little Pony.
You should have. That would have been That would have
Well,
been good.
technically I
Well,
did, because
you
didn't
said
I
it for
say at the
Magic the
start was
Gathering.
Magic the Gathering?
Yeah, and
But
I mean, technically,
fucking
Transformers
hell.
is part of Magic the Gathering because they did Transformers cards. Remember?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's like them, Fallout, My Little Pony are all in the same universe technically now. But like
Come
My
on.
Little Pony is just it gets its hooks into fucking everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
There's a lot of cool cameos for both sides, including Starscream's ghost. I
Oh.
assume they didn't banish him in the Ghostbusters
In the
crossover.
Ghostbusters, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, spanning
Well,
4
I
issues, the
mean-
crossover begins when Queen Chrysalis inadvertently transports the Autobots and Decepticons to Equestria.
Oh, silly ponies. Wow.
Ponies, roll out.
Ponies clop out.
God. But yeah, that is the end of Weird News. I
Wacky D.
didn't think you were ready for the weirdness of Transformers. They get around.
They get around a lot. Can you imagine? No, April, do not say that sentence.
I'll tell you right now, they've teamed up with nearly everyone. They've teamed up with Spider-Man. They've teamed up with Batman. They've teamed up with Cthulhu to fight Cthulhu. They've done stuff in the Lovecraft universe. It
You know
is
who would have been ideal for them to hook up with?
Gundam.
They
have already.
Oh, good.
No,
'cause,
they have.
that would've been
They've
epic.
done a team up with Gundam already.
That would have been absolutely epic. I want to transform in Gundam.
You can get one. There's toys.
Okay.
Each of these comic books also have toys for them.
I know exactly what I'm getting myself for Christmas.
They teamed up with Star Wars. You can get Obi-Wan Kenobi as a Transformer.
Holy fucking shit.
I have Darth
no,
Vader
now.
as a Transformer.
That's sweet. Darth Vader as a Transformer sounds sweet, but Obi-Wan Kenobi's going a bit too far.
Obi-Wan Kenobi is the old school Star Wars fighter. Darth Vader's I think a TIE fighter or something.
Oh, so the Star Wars universe Transformers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
But yes, that is the end of Weird News. So I hope you had fun.
I had a lot of fun, and now all I'm going to be thinking about is Transformers.
Oh, well, honestly, you should go on the wiki. It's absolutely batshit insane. But yes, thank you everyone for joining me, and thank you everyone for watching.
Thank
I
you
really
so much.
appreciate it. And we shall catch you all later. Goodbye!
Bye.